Great pass to set up the lay-in.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Wade drives in. He kicks it to Ariza. Gobert with a screen for Wade. Feeds it to Gobert. Back to Wade. 6 to shoot. Stolen by McCollum. The finish. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Whoa, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And that kind of defense ain't going to get it done.
Gee, we don't see those kinds of dunks out of him all the time, but we know he's got it in him.
There's no doubt about that, fellas. I mean, the more finishes like that he gets, the more his confidence will grow. A rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might
on that attack.
And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. And Gobert gets to Ariza. Back to Gobert. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off. You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
To the middle. Ariza passes to Gobert. And the Raptors miss again. The Magic have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. The drive by Wade. And the dunk by Bosch.
Certainly that shot well within his range.
I would hope so.
And especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
As we were talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto. Took them, Greg, to back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him gets in charge of a team. He'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice.
So it's Orlando now. The Raptors getting the bucket. Shot clock at 3. Here's Porzingis. Rebound by the Raptors.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Now here's Wade. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. The Magic trailed by 3. There's the dish to McCollum. Warren kicks to Bayless. Buries it from 3-point range. Bayless has got his first 3 points of the game.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
The drive by Wade. Here's Hill. No luck. And Orlando the other way now.
That's a bad miss right there. I mean, you'd like to see him be a little more assertive when he has such good position.
The Raptors have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Ariza against Nurkic. The drive by Gobert. Ariza dishes to Gobert. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And it's a completely new group for Toronto. Raptors with the lead. Here's Rubio. Kicks it to Bellinelli. And Pachulia now atop the key. Here's Landry. League in the second half, Clark, he finally got some minutes and really provided a spark.
You know, he doesn't have great range on his jumper right now, and he's not an elite ball handler, but he's one of the best cutters in the game. Moves well without the ball, so I think his future is bright nonetheless.
Porzingis passes to Nurkic.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Rubio outside. Thomas up top. To the wing on the left. Landry inside. He's guarded by McCollum. And Landry throws it down.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick two at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Both shots good from the stripe. There's 14 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Barea. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's his first trip to the line.
And converted more than 4 out of 5 free throw attempts last year. So just solid at the line.
And, guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent there.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
You don't see him have too many of those trips to the line.
How about the start? That they've gotten off to here. Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. It's the Raptors up by 10. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
All fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Toronto right now, Ricky Rubio is out there. And for Carl Landry, he powered his way through the league a few years back, but somewhere along the line, Clark, his game kind of topped out.
His best season, Kevin, he averaged 18 and 7. I think injuries have been a factor, but last year was down to 7 and 4 his game averages, so he's starting to slide.
Here's Curry, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Landry kicks to Rubio. They set the pick. Clock at 6. And Thomas, here we go. Soft touch off the glass. Thomas got his second basket.
And back to Carl Landry, sophisticated scorer, a variety of post moves, a tough guy willing to play through pain, but he just never had the size or explosiveness to dominate. And now that he's getting a little older, that really has become an issue.
Rubio misses. The Magic trail by 9. And Thompson throws it down.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
And it's Rubio penetrating. Inside. Thomas kicks to Pachulia. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
You know, visiting Carl Landry again here. I mean, he's a role guy. He shoots a high percentage from the field, from the foul line, gives you a little nasty and edge down low. Yet, you can't make him out to be more than he is.
Rubio dishes to Landry. Thomas goes in. Boom, he jams it straight down.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
Almost. How about the glide in and then also to reverse it?
Here's Curry. That's tipped. And now with the fast break, Rubio with the ball. And the basket by Thomas.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
And Zaza Pachulia, for my money, has been one of the toughest players in the league. He's got a boxer's mentality. Even his face looks a little bit like a boxer's. He doesn't have the quick twitch muscles of some guys, but his power and effort consistently stand out.
Both teams deciding to change it up. The Magic trailed by 11. Bayless the pass to McCollum. Here's Porzingis. Wade is covering. And it's sent back by O'Neal. The Raptors have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Hill kicks to Wade. Ariza goes in. Back to Wade. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless. Bayless has got 3 assists tonight. Raptors leading by 9. Wade on the wing. He's guarded by McCollum. O'Neal kicks to Hill. Inside. O'Neal misses.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
The kick out to Hill. From the arc. Rebound by the Magic.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
Boy, after struggling in the first quarter, he's come alive here in the second.
Wade drives in. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Warren's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And Bayless kicks to McCollum. Over in the corner, Warren drains the 3-pointer. And now just a 4-point Raptor lead.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Here's Wade, and it's good off the glass. Wade's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And sometimes you just can't get around your defender there. You got to hit him with that high top fade.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Hill with it. Now defended by McCollum. Wade outside. The 11-footer. Bayless grabs the board. The Magic trailed by 6. He dishes it to McCollum. And it's sent back by O'Neal. It's deflected. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Rudy Gobert is checked in for the Raptors.
Rudy Gobert.
1:05 left in the second quarter. Ariza, right side. Clock at 6. Bosh. And he overshot that one, missing. to the left wing. Here's Porzingis. He's covered by Bosch. No good. And Toronto will go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 11 points. They host the Kings after this game, and that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. There's the bucket, good. And it's 6 points for Wade.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Toronto leading by 8. To Gobert. Hill has the open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The shot, no good. But and the third quarter about ready to get underway.
A nice quarter for Thomas. He has 8 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Here's who Scott Skiles is starting the second half with. They've got Warren. Porzingis is out there with Nurkic. Then it's Jared Bayless. And it's McCollum in at the 2.
Well, if you're going to give them layups, there's no way you're going to get back in this game. And for Wade, we often talk about his physical state. But what about the mental toughness? Here's a guy who's been playing in some kind of pain every game for the past few years, but he just keeps churning the butter, not wanting to let his team down.
And the call will be against George Hill. That's his first foul. Here's Bayless. No good on the quick 3. Greg, you brought up the topic of Wade. He's had a chance to make several tough mental adjustments throughout his career.
Well, he's always been a guy willing to alter his game for the good of the team. That's why he's got those championship rings, Kevin. You've got to be flexible, not just talented.
Yeah, when Shaq comes in and joins him, then he had to change away when LeBron came in to play
Great
a
credit
different
to
way.
him.
Yeah.
Great credit to him.
Very admirable. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's Bayless. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
For Bayless, it was his 6th team in 7 years last season. A good utility combo guard to have. He can score. He can make plays for others. He's really defined his role in this league.
Talking about Jared Bayless, some thought he would be a star when he first entered the NBA, and he certainly had his moments, Greg, but inconsistency and turnovers have kept the lid on his progress.
Yeah, well, where I like Bayless is in spot plays. You need a lift, you need a smart offensively. You go see Jared. That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
You know, he just, like every other coach, can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. And, boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, well, they're getting pummeled in there. So you've got to figure out a way to make some adjustments to try to change that around, and that's why he needed the timeout.
The Raptors making a switch here. Foy's checked in. The pass to Warren. Pulls it up. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Raptors leading by 13. Here's Foy. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Foy dishes to Bosch. Takes the turnaround J. Again, Toronto.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
To halt the run, and it's sent back by Bosch.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
Bayless's shot is off.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
The kick out to Hill. Again.
And guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. And Rubio kicks to Pachulia. Dishes it to Rubio. Back to Thomas. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Magic. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. They'll start a 3-game homestand with that game.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop them.
No matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they've just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics.
Just not happy.
On the floor for Orlando. A nice shot by Barea.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
And it's Rubio penetrating. Pachulia dishes to Thomas. It's deflected, but they recover it. Rubio the pass to Thomas. Just 4 to shoot. The shot by Bellinelli. No good. Here's Barea. Orlando gets it back. He feeds it to Laverne. And Thompson kicks to Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Curry's got his second basket of the game.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Thomas a screen. And stolen by Booker. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And I love that the instant that steal was made, they were out in the open floor.
Ball pressure leading to the run out. Man, it doesn't get much nicer than that. That is sweet, sweet stuff.
Pachulia dishes to Rubio. Raptors moving the ball around. Clock is at 3. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
Ricky Rubio, Clark, one of the most highly anticipated international players in recent memory to come into the NBA.
Yeah, he's got an awful lot of flash and substance to his game, and after much haggling and negotiating, he was finally allowed to join the Minnesota Timberwolves in 2011.
And Laverne kicks to Booker. Passes it to Laverne. Landry grabs the miss.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions yet. Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one. And back to Rubio. With the pressure of all that fanfare marking his arrival, he really focused in and hit the ground running. He was named Western Conference Rookie of the Month, first month of the season, and he finished second to Kyrie Irving for Rookie of the Year.
Orlando's gotten off to a very slow start from 3-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Barea, the pass to Booker. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And we saw it last year, guys, because those numbers were so low. teams weren't afraid to put him on the line where points were hard to come by for him.
The Magic making a switch here. Nurkic checked in for Laverne. T.J. Warren comes in for Thompson. McCollum's checked in for Curry. And Jared Bayless subbed in for J.J. Barea. Deflects the pass. Nurkic with the steal. McCollum. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. McCollum's got his third basket of the night.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but
the 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. The Raptors out in front, just dominating this one. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Bellinelli is out there with Ricky Rubio. Then there's Carl Landry. Then there's Pachulia. And it's Thomas in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Landry dishes to Pachulia. And he gets the bucket. Well, Orlando shooting 41% for the game. The feed to McCollum. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
That's his first personal foul.
And guys, C.J. McCollum is a scoring-minded combo guard out of Lehigh. Was taken with the 10th pick back in 2013 and still looking to make a big impact in the NBA.
While McCollum has struggled with injury, he's broken a bone in each of the last 3 seasons dating back to college at Lehigh.
Yeah, and if he can stay healthy, I think he's got a bright future. He had a broken finger last season, and he broke his foot twice in the seasons prior, Kevin, just to embellish the injury situation. But he's got some ability.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Rubio outside to the paint. Outside Landry. Shot clock at 5 from 12 feet out. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
And one thing we know is that across the board in the NBA, attendance is up all over. Franchise values are also at an all-time high. Overseas, the game continues to grow as well.
Wade kicks to Bosch. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got 3 assists now in this one.
Gotta be demoralizing. They desperately needed a stop, and instead they give up a triple on an open look.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And the media deal in play says a lot about the popularity. It's not just broadcast. Fans are showing up as well.
Sellouts were at a record 700 last season, Kevin. The previous record was 676. Almost 22 million regular season fans. That's a big number.
Warren with the ball. He's picked up by Ariza.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
And there's Dwayne Wade on the assist by Bosch. And that's now 10 points for Dwayne Wade. And Bayless kicks to Nurkic. It's stolen by Gobert. Pass to Bosch. And Hill has it in the corner. The drive by Wade. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Raptors.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Hill passes to Gobert. Ariza outside. Back to Gobert. 5 to shoot. Wade with no one around. Can't get it to go. Here's Porzingis. Nailed from three-point land. Porzingis has got 9 points in the quarter.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Ariza goes in. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Terrific game for Trevor Ariza. He's got 11 points, and he's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Clark, just a very energetic brand of defense.
Right wing. It's stolen by Hill. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. Another shot. Got a piece of it. Bayless the pass to Porzingis. Gobert with the block. And they're able to recover. McCollum no good. Toronto leading by 19. On the wing, Dwayne Wade. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosh last year. He had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after a blood clot was found in his lung.
You know, and Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like he's going to make a full recovery and have a huge impact this season. Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Yeah, the NBA Development League now celebrating its 15th anniversary, and a lot of change over that time. None of the original 8 teams still playing in their original locations. Still, it's only growing. Now, I think we'll see it grow to 30 teams before long. One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Bosh, the screen. Hill gets to Ariza. A 3-ball. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Greg, you're talking about the D-League. Not really a moneymaker yet, but it's really benefited, Clark, the NBA in so many ways.
Clearly has, Kevin, a place to train new players, officials, and executives or management, a way to test out possible rule changes. I think building revenue is the focus, though, and the players make a small salary, but the NBA Developmental League is helping the NBA be better.
Gobert dishes to Ariza. He kicks it to Wade. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Bosh. Off target from outside.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength. Raptors.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just the 2 gamers since they're in opposite.
Ariza. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
There's 14 seconds left in the game. Now, here's Wade. And so Toronto takes this one.
Cream, look what happened when the game got sloppy. Introducing the Lone Ranger, Akeem Mosabi. The horses were big, the 10-gallon tracks. The hood cowboys with the 10-gallon raps. Racking ACG boots and baseball caps. I agree, this ain't a simulation of the doo-doo. This is the shot said to get used to. Gangstar foundation to treat. We branched off, shine. I just waited our chance to blast off. Year rounds in possession of Black Bowie, Nick Khalil, the NYGs. I'm making diamonds out of pressure. My pipes are intact. Don't believe me? Ask your boy in the back to the track. These recordings be important and responsible for drama like Sarah Palin, Joe Biden, McCain, and Obama.
Man, listen, we be on a life or death mission. Get paid like tuition or caged up in prison. One time for your mind, two ghetto politicians. 3 for all my niggas locked down in the system. Man, listen, we be on a life or death mission. Get paid like tuition or caged up in prison. One time for your mind, two ghetto politicians. 3 for all my niggas locked down in the system.
NYG.
They said New York fell off. Who bringing New York back? I'm like, where we went? What part the game is that? We've been here the whole time, anxiously waiting. And the streets paper chase, supreme testing our patience. Now stop the presses. Listen up, this is not a lecture. More like a message with a flow that's as hot as peppers. Pop the only way you can stop this villain. I'm sick with it, couldn't with amoxicillin. I've been the illest, this ill kid, Operation Rad. Though I never contemplated that. Then that's a rap, turn your pages to 03. Chapter NYG's, pants is my code D. No iron team, homie, picture me solo. See what happened to Tony, what he did to Manolo. Here go that New York Giant, back on it again. Seen with Wolverines and they wasn't from Michigan. Y'all listening, y'all can hear a lyrical street. In the Carter's Raw Dens. Rap don't work, find us in Tennessee. Looking for bucks, see if they still tend to
NYG.
We appeal to those that feel.
practice freedom of speech and refuse to hold back. Hey, what you say?
NYG.
We appeal to those that feel.
Practice freedom of speech and refuse to hold back. Hey, what you say?
NYG.
DJ Khaled.
Check it out. Never knew a friend till I met a foe. Till I met. Never knew pain till I met the game. Never had a real team that could win a ring. Never knew what a friend could do. Never knew I'd be bruised all black and blue. With my back to the wall. Scrap with my dogs. Rap with my dogs. Cat with my dogs. Fly with me in Atlanta. Oakland, Los Angeles. Real homies never turn to run. Even if a youngster don't wanna pull them. Even if a youngster wanna meet your son. We gon' rap to the death where the roots is from.
Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause I'm with my homies, yeah. 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 I'm with my homies, yeah.
Real homies stand and struggle. I know you clench your knuckles.